What's up, guys? We're 88 Glam, and you're tuned into Hotnewhiphop. I'm 88 Camino.
I'm Glam Boy.
What's up? I guess my name came from a song that I was making. It was like a lyric in the song. 88 Camino, I was just like describing a car, and then it just basically became my nickname. Yeah.
Yeah. My name pretty much came from like I was like doing this like whole like mixtape kind of like wave, like it was like honestly like a sound that I was trying to create a few years back, and I had like a mixtape called Glam Wave, and then yeah, I just like stuck with it, you know what I mean? Like it just kind of became my theme. It was like at first it's changed, you know what I mean? At first it was like really like dark but like pretty sounding, and it was a bit more slow, you know what I mean? Like slower BPM. And now it's like, you know what I mean, it's gone to what you guys are hearing now, so you know what I mean?
I was moving around a lot when I was younger. Yeah, my mom wanted to finish university. She wanted to go back to school, so she packed up our shit and took us to Oklahoma, and I ended up staying there for 8 years, living in Boston for a little bit, and then eventually moving back to Toronto.
I'm just like Toronto born and raised. Lived like pretty much in like every like end of the city. Moved around a lot like growing up, so kind of like the whole East End and West End and downtown, even a little bit of out of town, you know what I mean? So just Toronto.
As a kid, just anything involving entertainment, trying to be the center of attention all the time. A little mischievous rogue. Stuff. I was going to acting school for a bit and playing sports. Just regular kid shit.
Yeah. For me, well, it was like basketball, football, like mainly sports and shit. And then, I don't know, man, like I kind of just like, I just became like a fuck up. You know what I mean? Like, literally. And just kind of like took me to the path I'm on right now. You know what I mean?
My parents were playing like a lot of like older dance hall, older reggae music. Obviously coming up on like the classics like Bob Marley, but even I guess more niche people may not know, like artists like Serrani. So I guess that's kind of like inspired like my melodies and stuff, because I like reggae melodies and I think it's dope. Yeah, but my parents would be playing that shit all the time. But for like more of like rap inspiration, definitely Lil Wayne. Yeah, he was the first artist that I heard that I was like, okay, I want to start making music now.
Like I don't know, for me, like I got like a Caribbean background, so like my mom was playing like a lot of like reggae, soca, like dance hall, like I mean that whole vibe. And then as I like grew up, like I don't know, I just kind of like fell into like really like I don't know, like I liked like a lot of Diplomats, like Stack Bundles, like that whole era, you know what I mean, like Clips. I don't know, I like that was like what I started listening to, you know what I mean, and then it just kind of like grew into what we're doing right now.
I think for me, one of my favorite things about growing up in Toronto was just how multicultural it is. You know, everybody is sort of just, how would you describe it? It's just super multicultural, bro.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like going to like London.
Yeah.
It's like going to London, you know what I mean? Like London is like every type of, I mean, like ethnic background is like literally within like 15 miles of each other. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like everybody's kind of like forced to like, you know what I mean? Kind of make it work. You'll understand another culture like way sooner than you would if you grew up in like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like fucking like Minnesota, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
in Toronto, like it's like really like the party scene is like really it's like condensed, you know what I mean? It's a really small world, and just pretty much just genuinely like organic, like partying, and you know what I mean? Like we linked up one night, and like from there just kept linking up, and just you know what I mean, just came about like that, you know what I mean? Like
So we had both heard each other's music before
yeah.
that, so just meeting in person kind of solidified that, and we were like, oh, yeah, you know, we want to rock with each other creatively. So we just started hanging out, you know.
Yo, what was it, bro?
I kind of hated this nigga.
Yeah, nah,
I can't even lie.
I think I
But it was like
remember.
we were just being like we were young and hella stupid. So it's like everyone is you can kind of rub each other the wrong way.
Yeah.
Well, because the party ended up going back to Derek's spot.
Yeah,
And then
like
I just ended up never leaving.
Yeah, like we throw like mad after parties where I used to live. So it was just like it really just happened like that. I mean,
Yeah, we made a song called Glamorous. I don't think it was our first, but it was our first one where we're like,
Oh, yeah.
okay, we could like.
yeah,
It would be hard if we made more music.
yeah, it was
together.
literally called Glamorous.
Yeah. Before that, we were just sort of like bouncing ideas off each other, just playing music for each other, and just being like, okay, we knew we were gonna make music together, but I think that was like our first like
Yeah,
real record we had together, right?
okay.
The come up before XO was super grassroots DIY. You know, we met a couple directors, just in like local downtown scene, meeting other creatives. Everybody was just hungry to get it, you know. So the community was sort of self-perpetuating itself, and yeah, a bunch of artists just working together, different photographers. We met Ellie. Yeah, he takes photos. He was our first real photographer. You know, back when he had like 5,000 followers. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was downtown grinding it out too before he met The Weeknd, and you know, so it's like a lot of us were just downtown meeting each other, and then we all kind of seen that how talented we like other people were, and they, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's kind of like symbiotic relationship of just like acknowledging other cool artists. You know, it doesn't take that much to know if like an artist is good at what they do, despite how many followers they have. So if some people heard our shit, they'd be like, "Oh fuck, these guys are gonna go somewhere," you know?
Yeah.
And like vice versa.
So like pretty much like when I was a solo artist, like I started I met someone in the XO camp who's like now my manager, and pretty much started managing me like as a solo artist. So I was like building the relationship the entire time, and like obviously like as my manager, he knew like my circle of friends. He knew like who I had relationships with as well. He knew other people that are making music, so he was like aware of Camino. So like eventually when it just organically came about, like where we started making music a lot together, he was the first one to hear it, and in the beginning, and then he's like, "Yo, okay, that shit fire." Like, I mean, like I should definitely like.
Yeah, maybe you guys should form a duo. I think it was a big deal because there wasn't a lot of artists coming out of Toronto that were, you know, like, that were becoming iconic. I mean, like, so for us, it was like we were like huge fans. We're like, "Oh fuck, you know, this is crazy." Like,
Yeah.
this dude is like changing the game, and he rocks with us, you know. So
Remember you were initial impression of him meeting him?
I don't want to talk about it. No, but I mean, like,
Yeah.
no, but I was just like, yo, I was a huge fan, and I still am, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like meeting somebody that you look up to.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I so rarely feel that feeling.
Yeah.
But like when I do, I'm like, oh fuck, you know, you get really nervous and shit. Just like normal stuff of like meeting like one of your idols type
Yeah,
shit.
well, I mean, there's like that cliche of like you should never meet your idol.
It-
you
it-
don't know how it'll end up.
It really is like that, yeah.
Yeah.
But you just gotta keep it cool as much as you can. They let us make the music that we want to make. They trust us creatively, which is
Yeah.
nice, you know. So we have creative control over all of our stuff, and when we're done the album or we're done making music, we just send it over. They're like, oh yeah, this is hitting, or like, nah, you guys should probably just make something else, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like they kind of leave that in our hands, which is dope. Even when it comes to like music videos and stuff, they're like, who do you guys want to work with? They want to just see our vision,
Yeah,
us
exactly.
capture our vision, you know. They're like, we're gonna give you guys the resources, but just do you. You guys are already doing what you know how to do.
Yeah. All right. Like so, like pretty much like the process isn't really different. It's just that now, like obviously, we're in a different place, so we're meeting more producers. We're getting more beats sent to us. You know what I mean? But like in terms of like our like the core sound and the people that we were like messing with on the first album and whatnot, like we're still in connection with them. We still like sit down, cook. We still like anytime we book studio time, they're there. You know what I mean? But like now, obviously, we also outsource to get beats because like that's just how the game goes. You know what I mean? Like you
Just,
get beats from other places and stuff.
exposure,
Yeah.
we're being exposed to like different sounds.
Yeah.
And we like other producers, you know. I would say Molly Ra. He's probably like one of my favorite producers right now.
Yeah.
Him and Metro. So
I'm sure without a doubt. For me, like, it's weird. I kind of like Trap Money Benny. You know what I mean? Like his shit jiggy as hell.
we're working with Chase the Money right now too. He's got some fire, and just our in-house producers like Alex on Weed and Villa Beats. So, and they help us engineer our music too. So they're more involved than just on the production, like making a beat, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't think that'll ever change because I'll be like, I'll call Villa and be like, yo, let's make a hit or some shit, and then he's already engineering me. And if it's it doesn't matter whose beat it is at that point, you know. It's still involved in the production, and that's still production if you ask me.
The main focus is just pretty much like 88 Glam. Obviously, like I don't think anybody is opposed to like seeing where their career goes. You know what I mean? In terms of like making solo music. Right now, like the main
This is-
focus is
this
like
is like-
this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is what's working for us, you know. And we have solo projects, and 88 Glam is like obviously proven itself to be a bit more beneficial. But I don't know. I think for the future, we don't know what that holds for now. But we're just focused on 88 Glam stuff right now. Just dropping shit at a steadier pace.
Yeah. Like I just think just like making just like more content, just giving them what they really want. You know what I mean? Like we like really sat back and like figured it out and then seen like what route we really want to go with this. So now it's just like really like attack time.
I guess the end goal is just to continue. I mean, just to become more successful, become better people, and keep delivering like quality music at like a, you know, high taste level. I just want our sounds to just keep growing and getting better, you know. So long as like we're evolving as artists, then I'm cool with that. Design, like clothing design, just writing for more artists. Eventually, I feel like I could write for other like pop songs and shit. I don't know. Yeah, just anything involving art.
Yeah, for me it's like entertainment for sure. You know what I mean? Like I've said it before, wrestling, WWE, WWE.
Smackdown,
I've said this
nigga.
before. You know what I mean? Like y'all watching this?
Smacking down
Holla at your boy.
Smack down on that jabroni.